starts within the day, and I got much to do. We're going to start the process of building a gaming display we need for the technology. So we do have a gaming version of the invisible technology we have here. I do want to make a gaming version, so I want to make a screen other than that one. That one's going to be used for something else, and then I got another one to build. I think I'm just going to build an assortment of these squares, which come in handy. So I guess on this side, I'm just going to leave it the way it is. I'm going to clear all this off on this side and put these square systems in, because then this allows me to take one of these outside or where I want to go at. It's portable and easy to do, easy to show off. First things first, you know who I am. My name is Kenneth Bird. My company is ILEG, Infusion Light Energy Game Technology Screens. And we're blessed to be able to get a grant to help us out for our company. For basically, we need advertising, because advertising, I need to get more people to know about the technology we're working on. So we did get that, so I'm happy about that. I'm also working on getting another grant for our company, so that way we can expand out. I got this a couple warehouses I want to do pick up, and I want to expand and get a bigger area for work. So with that being said, that's our next stage I'm going to be working on. I'm going to be going out right now. I'm going to pick up a few things, bring them back here, and begin the process of building the frame system we're going to need to put this whole thing together. I want to do something different at the end of the day. And again, like I said, we got people out there that are bitter by our work, but again, that's their problem at the end of the day, not mine. Okay, so unit is charged. I do want to get outside with this unit. Definitely want to get outside with that. So definitely have to get ready to get that done. Get what I got to get finished. We unplug that? Why is that still showing a charge? I got to build the screen a little differently, and we're going to have to install in fan systems and some lights, because that's definitely going to be needed for the setup. Okay, get all that done. Top of that, I want to be outside with this screen. Like I said before, I got something I got to do, so that's going to come first, and then later on, I'll be outside with that screen showing that off. Let me see. That's the charge for that. Where's the bag for this? My bag's over here. Well, why is this thing still on? That should definitely not be on. Let me pause a minute. My PlayStation's still on, still running. That should be off. Let me put this on for a minute. It's going to turn this off. I thought I turned that off when I actually disconnected the controllers. Alright, let me see. Because I got to be out of here. I got some stuff I got to go pick up right now that I'm going to need for work. So let me see. Let's get this thing. Charges in here. And top was nothing in the bag for you. All that done. Things I got to do. I got to schedule a day when I'm going to be able to come into the meeting and get that started. But that's going to have to be done too also. So let me see from here. Get my phone back in, get this back on, and figure out to turn this thing off, because this should not be running all day. Let me see. You're not supposed to be over there. You know that. Don't give me that wow. You're not supposed to be over there. Alright, let me see. I need, okay, that's there. Taco, what did I explain to you about that? You're not listening. I have things to do. We don't have time for nonsense. There we go. That's you right there. Okay. That's you. We'll get this taken care of for now. Nope, wrong area. Definitely wrong area. Can you go back? Okay, control is off. Okay, now can you go back to area again? Alright, let me just say over too. Better. Okay, now that's all. Now I don't have to worry about that. That's all. So I have to go out. I have to get the things that I need to finish building my second version of my screen, because I got another screen I want to build. So I'm going to have that for display. I'm going to do more demonstrations outside. Oh, let me see. Oh, phone's right there. Okay, give me this. I'm definitely this. Next week I make my appointment. I'm going to start on my process at the end of the day. I'm about to hook up my new screen. I'm about to sign a couple of contracts for my company. Everything is going well. And first things first, look, people get mad. You have to do those demonstrations. Those outside demonstrations, you got to do them. They got to be done. That's why you have to have so many of them. That's why I have contracts and they don't. That's what they're mad about. You don't got no contracts. Nobody's going to pay you for your stuff at the end of the day. You know why? Because your stuff don't work. That's why. That's why you're mad. That's why you got to do those videos. You got to back your stuff up. And your guys can't back it up, so you ain't going to get the money. We're about to get the cheddar. You can't get the cheddar. That's what it's about. That's what you're mad about. That's not my problem. That's your problem. That sounds like a personal problem to me. I went out. I worked hard every single day. I basically built my company up. I basically worked on days where I was sick. I worked on days where I had freaking lung disease. I worked on every day until I got where I need to be at. You guys are lazy. You're lazy. You don't do any work. That's why you don't got going anywhere. That's why your companies went under. That's why they tanked. That's why no one bought your products at all, period. Because your stuff tanked. So next week, we get our funding. Where are you guys going to be at? In jail, because that's apparently where you're going. And Mr. Williams, thank you so much. You got me paid, because I'm about to get paid off that lawsuit. We're suing the city. No one really owns that building but city. And that means that then you got 3 people file a lawsuit. Yeah, they're going to settle out of court. So, guess what? That contract or not, still getting money. Gee, it's one of the easiest money I've made in a while. Man. And then we actually talked to the managers down there. We had conversations with them. They knew well what he was doing. Good gracious, this is an open and shut lawsuit. Yeah, they're going to pay us through the nose. They're going to keep it quiet because this is going to bring a lot of damage to the building. If they find out they had some weirdo in there at the end of the day that was doing all that crazy stuff, that puts a bad name on their building. So they're going to pay us. That's it. And get a settlement out of court. I'll take a settlement out of court. Yeah, I'll take it. You give me about roughly $5 million. We don't have to take it to court. We take it to court, I'm going to clean your clock. I got so much evidence on this guy, it's not even funny. And we got evidence on the managers who didn't do anything about it. And after that, he trickled over to other people using their businesses at the end of the day. So yeah, we're going to get paid. So he's going to have to pay us. $5 million, I'm good. Could be worse. We can ask for 100. And I couldn't get it too. Give me $5 million, I'm good. So, yep, there's that. The minute my attorney reaches out to him, automatically from the door, Mr. Bird, how do we make this go away? I've been to this before already. $5 million. And you're going to pay for all court costs, whatever, anything, and then you're going to pay for all of that. I want to clean $5 million. That's all I need. I'm good. So, Williams, you got us paid. Man, if you chose your house, like say you did this from your house, it's a little iffy there on how much money we can get out of this. It depends on how much money your house is actually worth in the lawsuit and how much you're actually worth. Like what's your income that can pay us. But right now, because you get public assistance, you don't really get anything, so we can't sue you for much. And we can't sue that at the end of the day because they won't allow you to do that. But on the other hand, the building you were in that owned by public housing, the city is involved in that. And the managers that were supposed to be responsible, because you broke that lease, I read through your lease, and you broke your lease multiple times, they were supposed to be responsible for moving you out of the unit. But they claimed that they had nothing to do with it. By state law, they do. By state law, that the managers have everything to do. Even the landlord has anything to do with the building. If there is someone in the building that is wreaking trouble, causing, whether it be inside or outside the unit, they are responsible for disciplining that particular individual, which they did not do. And therefore, after we had this conversation with them multiple times, showing emails, tracking back and forth, including phone call records, clearly showed that you should have been removed from that building a long time ago, and you weren't. So with that being said, that makes them responsible. And since we can sue them individually, yes, we can also sue the building itself, which is under city. And you don't got one person suing you. You got 3 people filing lawsuits. And the people who have the lawsuits against the building literally have letters that have your fingerprints on all the letters. It has pictures of you half naked on these envelopes, so open and shut. They want to make this embarrassment go away. And they're going to pass what we want. So not only did you get me paid a lot of money, and my sister paid money, and the funeral home's definitely getting money, but we're going to have you sent to jail. You got 3 people filing criminal charges against you, including the city's going to file criminal charges against you, again, for basically what you did to us. They're going to basically take it out on you. Managers are going to be cooked. All of them are going to be terminated. They're going to lose their jobs. And once they're terminated, I'm going to file an open class action lawsuit against the managers that were involved that could have cleaned this mess up, that got this far to begin with because they ignored it. So, for everyone I talked to over in that building, we're coming for your jobs, and I'm going to sue you. Other than that, I got a screen to build. I got some people I got to meet up with. I got these contracts and these new business opportunity I'm about to pop off, and I'm good. Whew, thank you for that extra $1 million or $5 million. It may go higher than that. I haven't decided yet on what we're going to ask for. I'm thinking roughly 5, but it's probably going to go a little higher than that. Remember, I got to see a psychiatrist over this. I got mental anguish. You know, I got a lot of stress over this. I got to pay for that. I can cost $10 million, $20 million lawsuit. You know? All right, people. With that being said, thank you, Mr. Williams. Get me paid. I'll see you in court, of course. And we got enough evidence. We got more than what we need. I got so much evidence. Got enough to send out to your caseworker or everybody at your building, which I plan to do. City Hall, which you're going to send them over there. Housing, public housing, we're setting up a meeting to send up documents over there, and your social workers. I think that covers everybody, right? Yes, it does. Jeez. And anybody else, if you're trying to get some of that at the end of the day, keep in mind that if Mr. Williams claimed to be this minister and he took money out of you, then you need to go file. You need to contact your local law enforcement and put a report against him. There's his building. That's where he's at. That's the address of the building. When you find the building, you'll find the number. Press 0 will lead you right directly to the management, with the people we had to talk to, and then you get a chance to speak to one of them, and you can explain to the situation that the problem you were having, that you donated money to this individual. Mind you, he was using their internet when he did the scam, so that makes him responsible for all that. So if you couldn't figure out a way how to find him, now you do. Now, we can't give out his apartment number because we can't do that. But, like I said, that's for law enforcement. That's for them at the end of the day. But we can tell you exactly where he's at. Now, Mr. Williams, you can't say we stalked you on this. We have your address on all these envelopes we have over here. And then we have some other people on there that shouldn't be on there. Their addresses shouldn't be on there either. That you use their address to do dirty deeds with. Including the Kids Rec Center. Oh, yes. He used the Kids Rec Center to do dirty stuff. Yeah. And you have sealed the fate for any African American man who is trying to get on his feet, to get an option to get in one of these buildings that could help him out. They're not going to allow them in. They're not. They're going to make that place strictly for single mothers and families. That's it. You have basically wiped the mark. You could have gone in there and did something positive to put a better position for your people, but you made it worse for your own race. This is what I'm talking about when you got certain people that embarrass the entire race. This would be this guy. Same thing with Fernando and the whole thing, crimes he's committing, and what's going on down in California. There's that guy. There you go. Perfect example. People, you don't want them representing your race at the end of the day. And at worst, this is the reason why Hollywood makes jokes about black reverends, about them stealing and ripping people off, and they make jokes about that. They make jokes about them being pimps and all this stuff. You've seen it. And then look what this guy's doing. There you go. Make our own people look bad. That's what you do. All right, people. That's basically about it. I'm going to go build my screen, put my stuff all together, what I got to go do from here to here, and I got to go speak to this lawyer. That being said, you go. You have a good day. I got to go.